Hi, this is Christine Prasad for Best Buy blog, and here I'm going to talk to you about the Clix keyboard case for iPhone, which is available at Best Buy. So this is a keyboard case, as the name implies, for iPhone that was first shown at CES in January. That's a big technology trade show. I was there, and the booth at a pre-show media event was the busiest booth there. Everyone really wanted to see and try out this keyboard case, so it's definitely an anticipated product. So it connects to your iPhone via USB-C. You plug the phone right into it. There are versions for the iPhone 14 or some iPhone 14 models with Lightning, but all the new iPhones, as you know, have USB-C. So it connects right into there, and it protects the perimeter of the phone, but also adds a QWERTY keyboard to the bottom of the device. So you can use the keyboard to type just as you would on the virtual on-screen keyboard, which includes letters, numbers, symbols, even emojis. And you can use the app as well to adjust dimming, backlight, as well as set Alt keys, for example, so that you can type phone numbers all at once without having to hit Alt after each letter. So it kind of has the BlackBerry feel to it if you've ever used a BlackBerry with the iPhone. Now, because the keyboard is at the bottom of the device, it is a little bit bottom heavy, so that adds a little bit of heft to it. It does have a nice grip at the back of it as well, though, so that you can really secure the keyboard while you're typing. Now, there is, as mentioned, there's a backlight, which is a really useful feature if you're typing at night or in the dark. And how does it work? That's kind of what everyone wants to know. So in the beginning, I was a little bit daunted by the whole experience. I didn't find it as easy to type. I don't have big fingers, but I just wasn't confident that I'd be mashing the right keys when I was typing, and sometimes I wasn't, to be honest. But the more that I used it, the more I got used to it. So I've been using it now exclusively on my phone for the past 2 weeks, and I've certainly gotten better at it. So I will say that it does take some time and a learning curve, especially if you've been using a touchscreen for so long. The younger generation, you might say, well, they're not going to be interested in this, but the younger generation loves retro tech. So, I tried, I handed this over to my 12-year-old, and he was enamored with it. He loved it. He thought it was really cool. So this is kind of for the old school BlackBerry lovers, as well as for new kids who are interested in as they call it, retro tech. So again, it does take some getting used to in terms of how to get familiar with where the punctuation marks are, for example, and the Alt keys. So there's a little bit of a not a learning curve. I mean, it's a keyboard. Everyone's used to using a keyboard. You use one on your laptop. It's more of a comfort curve. But once you get there, some people may prefer this over the on-screen keyboard. One of the big advantages of it is that you get use of the full screen real estate of your phone. So if you participate in long thread conversations, for example, if you're always editing or reviewing long documents and you find that you have to scroll up and down because the on-screen keyboard takes up a third of the screen, you don't have to worry about that with this, because you get the full screen real estate and you get to enjoy the entire screen while you're typing on the QWERTY keyboard. The one downside is that it is not a made for MagSafe case. So I did try it with a few MagSafe accessories, including my clicker stand and grip, as well as a MagSafe portable charging bank. And they do work, but the strength of the magnet is very weak, so they don't secure like you would expect or that you would get from a made for MagSafe case. So let's just hope that the next second generation version is a made for MagSafe option if you tend to use a lot of MagSafe accessories. But aside from that, it's a really stylish case. It works well for those who prefer the tactile feel of keys. Again, as I mentioned, there's a bit of a comfort curve, so you may have to try it out for longer than 5 minutes. If you tried it out for 5 minutes, you may say, I don't like this. But the more that you use it, the more you get used to it. And some people will prefer it. Frankly, I continue to prefer the on-screen keyboard, but that's just a personal preference for me. You may have a different opinion. And again, I would encourage you to try it out for yourself. And that is the Clix keyboard case for iPhone, available at Best Buy. And you can read more about my experience with it at the Best Buy blog. Thank you so much for watching.